Good evening. I guess it's been a while since I actually made a long video update. I know I created a short. So anyway, that's what I got so far. Tank mount and everything else. So pump, just pretty much a rundown of everything. So I got the connector hose going down to the pump. Did get a silencer for the pump itself. These blowers are god awful loud. I can tell you that without a daggone muffler on them. So they're actually not that bad when it's just flowing, through air. But when the moment you put a load on it, it'll start. I forgot what they call that. Dadgummit. Either way, it's a positive pressure displacement, and the bilobes, the way it rotates. I have to. Oh God, it's hard to explain. I've seen animations on why it creates the noise that it does under a load, but either way, this is a silencer, resonator, muffler, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, it is a through flow, so it is straight through. It does have, I don't know if you can tell pretty much how thick that is, but this void gap between here and the outside, it's full of it's a special media. I think it's fiberglass and some other sound absorbent material. I'll have to look back on the specs of it, but it quiets this thing down. Like, you can pretty much stand beside of it and have a conversation. But without that, like, the neighbors across the woods it's like it's right there in their yard. That's how loud it was. But either way, so like I said, the pump's running, everything's running. All I got left to do is get some fenders made. So I'm going to have pretty much a two-part fender. So I'm going to have pretty much just a hose tray on each side that covers the wheels, and that'll pretty much act as my fenders, because I have these mud flats in the rear and this up here. So I'll just have a tray built flat across and a little storage compartment in the front right here to catch the drain, that comes off the hose when I put them back. The hydraulics, like I said, I'm reusing the same hydraulic pump that's on here. Let's see if we can get a good light going up there. So that's the pump. It's a Vantage Power. It's got a long serial number. I've tried looking it up, trying to figure out what the how to decode it and get the gallons per minute. Because this motor, I believe, is bigger than that pump. Because I can only get it spooled up to 1,300 RPM. And as you can see, there's the... See how instant air this thing... I don't know if you can hear that. Let's just doing that. Yeah, these things move some air. But either way, there's my little reflective tape for the tachometer. My little laser tachometer. Like I said, I can only, at the preset or the factory RPM that this thing will go up to on high idle, it's like 900. It's just shy of 1,000. But that gets this motor up to 13. It's like 1350-ish RPM. That actually be perfect. That's actually perfect for, the vane pumps that are rated for 1,300 RPM, 1,300. But this one here is rated up to 2,800 RPM. And I'm only, I'm flowing pretty much half that. So, let's see, half 25 is like 17. So 20. Well, I'm actually a little under half. Half would be like 1,700. But either way, I can get it pulled down to, what was it? I got it to, I think 10 inches of mercury. I got it pulled down to 10 inches of mercury, and that was at 1,300. So I can imagine it being at 2,800. It'd probably be pulling that daggum thing down an absolute vacuum. If everything was sealed up on the tank, which it isn't, because the top manway back there, it has one of those thick gaskets, are like this thick, and it's got a gap in it, maybe about like that, about that wide. It's one of those slanted gaps, so you put it together, it's a ring. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that to keep this thing from going into absolute vacuum. I don't know if that was designed like that, or over time, the rubber shrinks and the gap gets bigger. Either way, like I said, either way, I got it down to 10 inches, and that's honestly plenty. Because the last pump that I had was a vane pump, and I got it to like 12. Just running it hard. And it done what I needed to do. So I believe this one here, with the pretty much the capacity of the tank, and drawing that much down, I think I'll be okay with it. The other thing about these blowers too, they keep up with they like air. They do like air. So anyway, back on hydraulics. So like I said, I got the PTO in there. Got the pressure line run up this side. That way the pump is spinning. Let's see, pressure. Either way, it's spinning where the bottom is the suction and the top is discharge. Because I had it the other way around before, but I had swapped these around because this was too tall to go down here, and it was close to the ground. I didn't like it. But either way, got the return line. I do got to make a bracket for that filter. I'm probably going to. Oh man, I know I have some room to pull it from there to get it over to like right here, maybe in the near future. Don't know how I want to do that yet, but for now it's pretty much zip tied, and yeah, zip ties. I know. I'll pretty much hold everything in place so I can get brackets made for everything. A little walk around. Speaking of this hole here, that winch is sitting over there, right there. That's what's going to be going back onto here. And I'll use some battery cable to get it around over here to wire it up. Let's see, last video or short I made too was getting a stack on here, because I did put a new muffler on, and it works great. I love having a complete exhaust system again. Not for DOT purposes, just for sound purposes, because, this flex pipe was rusted before underneath here, and, that was pretty dang loud in the cab. Let's see. So, when I broke the hydraulic system, I did lose a little bit of fluid when, slopping that around, so I gotta get this filled back up. So right now we're sitting, it's kind of at an angle too, so it's probably about halfway if it's level. So, yeah. Let's see. So yeah, this is a return line running back from the filter. This is not focusing up. That's return line running back from the filter. Goes through there. Got little pieces of fire hose that I cut. I couldn't find. Eventually, yeah, when I do break these lines back down to get them, pretty much tidied up like they're supposed to be, I'll like I said, I'll get some old fire hose or something, and I'll go ahead and get all the lines wrapped in that. That way, if one blows, it doesn't immediately spew out everywhere. But other than that, better protection as well, not just line to line. Protected by a little piece of cotton jacket. On the discharge port here, or the suction side, I do have a ball valve and fittings. Be nice if I could upgrade to the big 2-inch over the 1.25 inch, but for now it's fine. Now, like I said, on this side here, just gonna keep it. Get a hose tray. Let's see what else. So this fitting here, I figured out it's called a, oh my gosh, pennant? No, not pennant. Something weird. Pitote. Pettot. Pettot. I think that's what it is. What type of connection this is. So I gotta get a 6-inch hose for that, or I can just, you know, unthread it and put a daggum cam lock on it. The more I thought about it, I think I'm going to reuse this air cylinder. I need to put pressure on it and make sure the daggum thing opens and closes like it's supposed to. I don't see why it wouldn't. I know I need to at least get some emery cloth on that to get them little pits out. What else? I believe that's it. I gotta get those clearance lights wired up as well. Okay. And so it's little piddly things I gotta get done. And then as far as the hose rack coming back around here, I'm gonna probably make a hook, weld it on. If I keep this here and weld it onto here, that way the hose can kind of just sit back here in this, between the top of that valve and the bottom right here. And easy to get to. I'm gonna put a suction port on here as well, right here. So use that as a gauge. So it's gonna be right around in there, because right now it doesn't have a suction port. It does, but they're up top and they're 2-inch hose fittings, and I'm not gonna pump septic with 2-inch freaking hose. That takes way too long. Done been there, done that. But yeah, that's it. That's all we got. I'm gonna try to find the daggum battery box cover, because the one I got, I ran it over a while back, and it kind of looks like crap. It's like half flattened. I did get a new DOT number, so I got all this old stuff, pretty much scraped off. Gotta get decals on both sides of the tank, and then I gotta get a tag. So it's work in progress. Like I said, I got a septic job coming up, so it'll be another few weeks before I get it on the road. Well, it'll be longer than a few weeks. I gotta send all the application fee and all that stuff in to DDQ and finish getting it registered. And gotta get it inspected by them as well. So that's it. I guess the next video would be pretty much, just having it in operation, I guess. And then I'll start posting stuff on my septic channel with it. Alright, well, till next time.